Have you ever noticed how the way you talk to your best friend is totally different from how you'd write an email to your professor? Or how your family group chat basically has its own secret language of emojis and inside jokes. We all do it, right? But have you ever really stopped to think about why?
Sometimes all that switching back and forth between different styles can feel a little weird, maybe even a bit inauthentic. Does it ever make you feel like you're being fake by constantly changing how you communicate?
Well, I'm here to tell you that it's the exact opposite of being fake. That ability to adapt your communication, that's not a flaw, that is a seriously impressive skill. You could even call it a superpower. So, how do we get a handle on this superpower? Let's start by thinking about all your communication skills as like a personal wardrobe, just filled with different outfits for every single occasion. Okay, so there's actually a name for this. It's called languaging. It's the active process of making meaning with every single tool you've got. And we're talking way beyond just words here. It's your tone, the emojis you pick, your body language. I mean, even choosing to stay silent is a powerful communication move. Here's a great way to think about it. If all the words you know are the clothes hanging in your closet, then languaging is the act of actually getting dressed. Picking out the perfect outfit for the occasion. You wouldn't wear a tuxedo to the beach, right? It's the exact same idea. And this just completely changes how we should think about communication. It's not about memorizing rigid grammar rules or some single right way to speak. It's about being a strategic thinker, making smart, effective choices that are just right for that specific moment. But how do you make those choices, in the moment? Well, think of it like using a rhetorical GPS. Before you even start talking or typing, you got to plug in your destination by answering two really simple but powerful questions. First up, who is my audience? What do they already know? What are they expecting from me? And second, what is my purpose here? Am I trying to inform them, persuade them, just entertain them, or maybe just coordinate a plan? And your answers to those two little questions? Whoa, they shake everything. They tell you if your tone should be casual or formal. They guide your word choice, how you structure your message, what kind of evidence you might need. They even help you decide whether you should send a quick text or draft a whole formal report. All right, so that's the theory. But let's see this languaging thing out in the wild. What does this whole communication wardrobe actually look like day to day? Okay, check this out. Take a simple message. Class is canceled. Now just watch how it changes. To a friend, it's a super casual text with an emoji, right? Maybe an invite for coffee. For the whole class, it's a formal announcement with clear instructions. And to the professor, it becomes a polite, formal email asking for confirmation. It's the same information, but three totally different communication outfits. Here we can see the huge difference between persuading someone and just coordinating. A scholarship application uses formal language and hard data, like that 12% score increase, to convince a committee. But a group chat for that exact same study circle, it's all efficient shorthand just to set up a meeting. Both are perfect because they're tailored to their specific audience and purpose. And here's another fantastic example. A lab report uses super precise technical language, like p less than 0.05, for an expert audience that gets it. But when you share that same finding on social media for everybody else, the language gets accessible, it gets fun. Our enzymes worked best at body temp. That's their happy place. Same science, just dressed up for a totally different party. Now, this idea of having a big communication wardrobe gets even cooler when you bring different languages into the mix. This is called translanguaging. It's the amazing process of drawing on all the languages and dialects you know to think and express yourself. Maybe you brainstorm in Spanish before writing in English, or mix ASL and texting to get your point across. And listen, this isn't cheating or using a crutch. It's a really powerful cognitive strategy. This student just says it perfectly. Starting in the language your brain moves fastest in can actually lead to a stronger, clearer final product. You're using your entire toolkit to build the best thing you possibly can. So what's the big takeaway from all this? Well, it's time to stop judging our own communication and really start appreciating the incredible range and skill that we all have. So how do we actually start doing that? First, try naming your choices. Instead of just, I wrote an email, think, I chose a formal tone to show respect. Next, just consciously notice your range. The fact that you can text your friends, talk to your grandparents, and write a professional email, that is a massive strength. And finally, value your entire repertoire.
Every single language, dialect, and communication style you have is a powerful asset.
In the end, when you adapt your language, you're not breaking some dusty old rules. You're learning to play a complex and beautiful instrument, the instrument of human communication. So the only question left is, what are you going to play next?